Hey, what is going on, guys? As always, I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today, I have a grammar lesson for you about the continuous verb tense. A lot of students get confused between the continuous and simple verb tenses. Today, I'm going to explain the differences and when you should use the continuous verb tense. Let's get started. Okay, so if you are new to English verb tenses, this video is going to be perfect for you. But if you're a more advanced student, there's still a lot of details here that you might not know, so stick around. The continuous verb tense is most of the time used for an action that is in the middle of occurring. It has started, but it has not finished. And also, the continuous verb tense is sometimes called the progressive tense. So if you see progressive tense in an English grammar book, it is the same thing as the continuous verb tense. All three continuous verb tenses use a form of the word be and add ing to the main verb. For past continuous, you want to use was or were depending on your subject. If the subject is singular, use was. If the subject is plural, use were. For the present continuous, you want to use either am, is, or are. And the future continuous is pretty easy. You always use will, be, plus your ing verb. The present continuous is used for a number of different situations, but the most common is for actions that are in the middle of happening right now at this present moment. These can be specific, short-term actions, like the first example, Sam and Tony are playing basketball outside, or general, ongoing actions. I used to study French, but now I am studying English. There are some other uses for this tense as well. It can also be used for actions that are already planned and will happen soon in the future. For example, I am meeting Sarah after work today. It can be used for specific, temporary moods and states too, like, why are you being so rude? You can pair the present continuous tense with words like always and constantly to emphasize something that happens very often, like he is always yelling. The past continuous is most commonly used for actions that were happening at a specific point in time in the past. These can be temporary, like, sorry I missed your phone call, I was taking a shower. We saw an eagle while we were hiking yesterday, but also for ongoing actions. Last week, I was thinking about quitting my job. The past continuous is very commonly used when you are telling a story. For example, I might say, yesterday, while I was driving to work, I saw a big traffic accident. So keep that in mind when you're telling stories about things that happened in the past. You often use the past continuous for the action you were doing during that story. The future continuous is used for actions that will happen at a specific point in time in the future. For example, I can't meet you at 7:30 today. I will be working at that time. It can also be used for predictions about the future. Bob will probably be running late today. You can pair the word still with the future continuous tense for actions that are happening now in the present, but will continue to happen in the future. For example, I will still be working here next year. Okay, so far we've been looking at statements, but what if you want to make a question using one of these verb tenses? It's pretty simple. You just have to change the order of the words. For past and present continuous, you want to switch the subject and your be verb. In a sentence, the subject comes first, then the be verb. But if you're asking a question, you should have your be verb first, then your subject. And for future continuous, you want to switch your subject and will. So your sentence should have will first, then your subject, then be, then your ing verb. Always in that order if you're asking a question. Okay, also, what about if you are making a negative sentence? So you're talking about an action that is not happening. This is pretty simple. For past and present continuous sentences, you want to add the word not in between your be verb and your ing verb. Like that first example, he was not driving, I am not studying. And for future, add not in between will and be. She will not be attending the meeting. Okay, now it's your turn. Make the correct continuous verb tense for each of these 6 sentences. Okay, and here are your answers. The first one was just a normal present continuous. Tom is playing with John right now. 2, this is a future continuous sentence. Brock will be working late tonight. The third sentence was past continuous, and it also is a question. So you need to switch your subject and your be verb. Was Sam watching TV earlier? The next sentence was present, and it was a negative sentence, so you needed to add not. Mark is not studying English anymore. Number 5, this is another question, so you want will to come before Stephanie. Will Stephanie be coming to the party? And then finally, a regular past continuous. The sun was shining in the sky. Okay guys, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you understand continuous verb tenses a little bit better now. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys.